Okay guys, hello, what is up and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be recipes. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys a few of my fave like little winter recipes that I'm doing. And I say winter recipes just because they're more like, you know, stuff like chili, like that's like cozy things. You don't really eat chili during the summer, so things that more so are gonna make you feel like really warm inside and all of that. I just got in the shower. I have my pajamas on, so it's gonna be very chill and laid back, as all of my videos are. But yeah, that's really that. Let's get into it. Okay, so getting into it, all of these recipes are gonna be very customizable, so you can honestly like take away some things if you don't like them, add some other things in, but yeah, that's really that. First of all, we're gonna get started with a tater-tot casserole. So I made this last week and it was phenomenal, so I'm gonna make it again this week for Scott and I eat for dinner, and I liked it so much I'm even bringing it to my family Thanksgiving. So that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out that I need. I apologize, I wish I had better lighting, but this is my kitchen, so we're just gonna kind of have to work with it. So you can use either one of these. Last time I used the cream of mushroom. This week I'm gonna try the cream of chicken. Either way, it's gonna be like the same consistency. So I just got this. I got the 90% fat-free one. So for half a cup of this, it's 60 calories. So yeah, just a little bit lower of that. So you're just gonna use one of those. I'm gonna cut up and put about half an onion in mine, and then I also am going to be adding in, I'm not going to do the whole can of this, but I'm going to do part of this can of corn, and then also a can of green beans. And then the protein source that I'm going to be adding in here is ground chicken. Also, what I'm using to spray the pan, so I'm just using, in here is like, it's called Misto is a thing. I just got this on Amazon. If you literally look up like Misto pump, it'll pop up. Basically, instead of using like the aerosol cans full of like olive oil and stuff that typically has a lot of additives, you put this, you just pour like whatever oil in there. So I have avocado oil in here, and then like you pump it kind of like this, like you can feel like the resistance on it, and then you can spray it as you would like a normal aerosol can. So got that. I'm also going to be using a couple wedges of this Laughing Cow pepper jack cheese. For seasonings, I just have this mixed seasoning. It is Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, and garlic, and then I'm also going to add some paprika in there too. The main like base of this per se is going to be tater tots. I have another bag. This is just a partial bag that I need to use. Literally, I'm just using plain old great value tater tots. Could you find a healthier alternative? Yes you could, but truthfully, I'm not complaining. I eat healthy for the most part, so stuff like this doesn't really bother me. So that's that. First things first, I am going to chop up my onion. I'm going to pop it in a skillet with some avocado oil. You can also use olive oil, but I'm going to pop that in a skillet and then saute that for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to add in this whole pound of ground chicken. Let that cook up. Here is kind of what it's looking like. It is all just layered up now. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump probably about half this can. I'm going to put it on top of here, and then I'm going to fill it up the rest of the way with water, and then just repeat it and dump it all over again. Okay guys, so the tater tot casserole, I then cut up the Laughing Cow cheese wedges, and I kind of just like assembled everything, and then I put some foil over it, and I just popped it in the oven for 35 minutes. So as that's cooking, we're going to continue with the chili. I say continue because I actually started this as I was cooking the other stuff for the casserole. So all I did so far, I literally just cooked beef, and then I added in a little bit of onion too as I cooked that. I just like to add onion honestly into a lot of my stuff just because I think it adds a lot of flavor. So I went ahead, I did that. In case you guys are curious, the beef that we use is the 93.7. Boo, get off the counter. But it's the 93.7 grass-fed beef. I already threw the package away from mine that I use, but this is the exact beef that we use. We just got ours from Walmart. But yeah, did that. Did the onion, and now I'm basically just going to gather all of my ingredients. Chili, so easy, so good. I do make my chili more of like a loaded like veggie chili too, so I will show you guys that. Okay guys, so I just put all of the beans together and then I rinsed them, and they're now in the big pot. So I have 1 can of black beans, 1 can of garbanzo beans, and 2 cans of dark red kidney beans. So those are just the beans that we prefer. Sometimes we switch them out for other ones. It's just, that's probably like the combination that we use most often. Next up, what I'm going to be adding in, I'm going to add this can of peas. I'm going to add this whole can of corn. A lot of the times whenever we buy canned things, we try to buy the no salt added. It just, some of this is just stuff that we have grabbed, or like my mom has ended up getting and like bringing over. So, I mean, we might as well use it. So that is that. Okay, so what I use for like the liquid in my chili, I literally just use this whole thing of tomato juice. I absolutely love my chili. I think it's so good. Scott is obsessed with it. So my mom and everyone's had it. Seriously guys, trust me, this turns out so good. I know a lot of people would just use like diced tomatoes and like tomato puree, but we really like this. So I'm literally just gonna add in the juice. You can kind of see it. I would say my chili is quite thick though. Also, I'm gonna I turned the burner off for a little bit, but I'm gonna turn it on low. I let my chili kind of simmer for like quite some time, and we're actually not eating any of this tonight. I'm just kind of like meal prepping things. So if you guys want to meal prep, this is something that's perfect, easy. I like to do this type of stuff for like basically during the week. So whenever Scott needs lunches, or for some reason like I'm not home, I'm at work or something, whenever he needs to eat dinner, like he already has food pre-made and it's super easy and good to go. So Scott and I, we actually just use these chili packets, so literally just a Great Value chili seasoning. And I find it easy. I don't pour all the tomato juice in. I keep a little bit in there, and then I just go ahead and pour the seasoning in here, and I give it a good shake. Also, I always add more chili powder in. I really don't know if it does much. I always do. So here I go. Add a bit more of that in, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse. The same process that I did with the beans, I'm gonna do that with my veggies. Okay guys, I went ahead and just topped this. I took the foil off and topped it with some reduced fat sharp cheddar cheese. So yeah, I'm gonna let it sit there and brown and melt, and I'm literally just gonna pop it in the fridge, and then I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Not brown and melt, but I'm gonna let this chili simmer for a minute longer, and then I'm just gonna pop it in the fridge as well. And that's really it for these 2 recipes. I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, and I will show you the 3rd one. I'm tired. It's, oh my god, me saying I'm tired. I was about to say I'm gonna go to bed. Guys, it's 5:40 p.m. Lol. I started watching a movie. I think it's about to lead to these people being incest, but it's called The Blue Lagoon. I don't know, it's about something about a shipwreck. It's on Netflix, so if you'd like to watch it. But that's that. I love you guys, and I'll chat with you tomorrow. Okay guys, it's a couple hours later. I just finished my movie, and I was just chilling there, and I was like, I'm hungry. So I got myself some of the tater-tot casserole. Also, ignore, I was picking at my face. but I can confirm it's amazing. It looks like mush now, but so good. Okay guys, what is up? I'm back in my kitchen. It's a couple days later. It's now Wednesday, November 24th. I still look like a grub. I've just been honestly working from home all day editing on my computer, but I wanted to go ahead and show you the final third recipe. So I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna make a green pepper soup, which I can show you guys that another time, but truthfully I still have a little bit left in my fridge that's about to go bad. Guys, I kind of ate it. You know whenever you like get obsessed with a recipe, so you make like a shit ton and you really like burn yourself out on it because like you've eaten it so much? That's where I'm at. So I know if I make it right now, I will waste it, and I don't want to be wasting food around here. So I went ahead for the past about hour and 15 minutes. I have been baking this, is it like a shoulder roast or something like that? Yeah, so I've been baking that. I just put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about, I was doing it in 30-minute increments. It was in the oven for about an hour, and I just checked on it in like 30-minute increments. I honestly was just winging it. But then after that, I just popped it into my mixer. That's how I always shred things. It just seriously, it makes it so easy versus having to do it by hand. But if you don't have a mixer like this, just take honestly 2 forks and put in some elbow grease and you will be good. The meat is all shredded up in here. It was pre-seasoned and I got that from Aldi's actually. But it had really good like macros and everything. I'm just putting it in this pan here. I'm just gonna be taking this no sugar added Sweet Baby Ray's, or sorry, just Ray's, not Sweet Baby Ray's. Literally just gonna do some nice lovely streaks on here. Okay, and I'm just gonna top it off with some of this Fiesta style cheese. You could do sharp cheddar, that'd be really good too, even mozzarella. I don't know, I love the Fiesta style cheese. These recipes, as you can tell, they're just like classic family American dishes, except I just basically swap out things for like healthier alternatives. I'm not saying these are all like completely healthy because I understand they're not like super whole foods. I'm using a lot of just like processed things. So do take that to note. This is just kind of a twist, yeah, of how I'm cooking this stuff. Is on there. This is kind of what it is looking like. And I'm just gonna pop this into the oven for a bit. Okay, so basically I have that in the oven right now after the cheese. You can, if you're gonna like want to eat it right away afterwards, you could just pop it in for like 5 minutes or like let the cheese brown and everything like melt together. I went ahead and actually just shut off my oven so it just stays warm in there as like the cheese melts, because Scott is still not gonna be home for a while. And then probably about like an hour, because whenever he texts me, Scott always texts me whenever he's leaving work, because he works about an hour away, so that way I can have dinner ready for him when he gets home. That's just kind of like our routine. So once he shoots me over that text, then I will go ahead and make the potatoes, and then we will just take a nice baked potato, and then we will put the pulled, is that pork? I don't know meat. We will just put the meat on there, so the barbecue meat on top of the potato, and voila. So whenever we actually assemble that and put it all together, I will show you guys. Okay guys, plot twist from what I said before. Scott is actually gonna go over to a friend's, cause yeah, since tomorrow's Thanksgiving, he doesn't have to work, so he doesn't have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. so he's gonna take advantage of that. Anyways, so that's perfectly fine. I just went ahead and made my dinner though. It doesn't look the cutest, but it's delicious. It's very high protein. If you're curious what ends up happening if Scott is like at a friend's or something, or just like not home a night, I usually end up working as I put on like a Netflix show. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I swear I don't have that much sour cream. It just kind of looks like it because it ended up like it's a runnier sour cream and it just started kind of sliding around. But I do have a smaller potato under there, and then I just have a bunch of the meat. I'm like really destroying this, but I'm gonna mash it all up anyways. And then I just topped it with some light sour cream. If you want something even a little bit of like a healthier alternative, you could do Greek yogurt. I just I don't know, truthfully, I would rather the light sour cream. It tastes better to me. I wouldn't call this one a winter recipe per se. I mean, obviously you can eat it whenever, but it's not like a, I feel like chili, that's like such a winter thing. But this is just kind of like an all year round one. But I hope you still enjoyed it. If you guys want more recipe videos like this, please let me know and I will definitely do that. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video and I will talk to you in the next one.